band once allegedly played the same song over and over for an entire set, called one-track Wimp, and built a legend out of songs short enough to outrun your attention span. Welcome to Music Storytime, where we gently kidnap your algorithm and introduce it to better taste in music. Enjoy the background music in the free usage playlist, you dirty scoundrels. Now continuing today's focus music band, The Zeros. That is The Zeros, and yes, this is excellent. If punk had a peckish little cousin with fast shoes, a smart mouth, and no interest in wasting tape, it might sound a lot like this. The Zeros came out of Chula Vista in the mid-70s with a style that felt immediate even by punk standards. No grand cathedral of sound, no elaborate rock star fog machine, just sharp songs with enough spark to light up a room and leave a scorch mark on the wallpaper. They were fast, bratty, funny, and weirdly elegant in how little they needed to make a point. That is part of the charm. The songs do not sprawl. They pounce. Start with Don't Push Me Around, because that title alone is practically a mission statement. It is pure early punk economy, irritated, catchy, and direct enough to fit on a jacket button. The song feels like a sidewalk argument compressed into a sugar rush riff. This is the kind of track that explains why The Zeros became such a crucial early SoCal name. They could take attitude and turn it into motion. No speeches, no philosophical detours, just a quick burst of nerve and velocity. Then there is Wimp, which may be one of the funniest great punk song titles ever, because it does not need decoration. It just shows up, points, and smirks. That is what makes it so good. The Zeros knew how to use simplicity like a switchblade. Wimp is compact, punchy, and full of the kind of taunting energy that makes punk feel less like a genre and more like a very efficient insult delivery system. If Don't Push Me Around is the shove, Wimp is the laugh right after it. And then comes Beat Your Heart Out, which has the biggest little mythology attached to it. This is the song tied to that wonderful story about the Zeros supposedly playing it again and again for an entire San Francisco set. True, exaggerated, or polished by retelling, it is perfect either way. Of course this band would do something like that. It feels exactly right. The song itself has that larger-than-its runtime quality, a teenage riot of rhythm and sneer that makes repetition seem less absurd and more like a very stubborn artistic thesis. That is one of the wacky pleasures of the Zeros. They are often tagged as the Mexican Ramones, which is catchy but also too tidy. The real fun is hearing how specific they are. There is SoCal air in these songs, but not the beach poster version. More like concrete, clubs, cheap amps, and young people figuring out how to make a tiny song feel immortal. Their catalog is not giant, but it punches above its weight like a band that knew history sometimes belongs to the quickest jab. And these three songs fit together beautifully. Don't Push Me Around is the spark. Wimp is the snicker. Beat Your Heart Out is the legend growing legs and sprinting down the block. Together they show why the Zeros still matter. They made punk feel local, immediate, and gloriously unruly, with just enough peckish impatience in the engine to make every second count. Like a gang of songs that showed up late, played faster than expected, and left before anybody could tell them no.